You need to hear this if you're a paranormal enthusiast. Ready to dive into the unknown? Join the Tristan channel as we journey through spine-tingling paranormal encounters, unexplained supernatural phenomena, and perhaps some eye-popping UFO sightings. Our world is full of mysteries, and together we'll explore the eerie, the bizarre, and the downright unexplainable. From haunted houses to cryptic creatures, we'll react to the most chilling and baffling compilations. So if you're ready to test your courage and expand your mind, hit that subscribe button and let's unravel the unknown together. Welcome to the adventure. Welcome to the Tristan channel.
Hello and welcome to the Tristan channel. And tonight, well, technically, it's gone midnight, so it is Saturday morning. You know how it works. Either way, this would probably count as a Saturday recording or something. Even though I'm doing, Friday going into what's it, but anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is this. I'm not sure if I'll be doing one over the weekend. We'll see how it goes. Got a night shift, as it were, tomorrow, and possibly going out on Sunday evening or something, whatever. Depends if I'm Capus Mentis when I get back. Depends. Sorry, my friend. We'll see how it goes. Also, welcome and thank you to the new subscribers, and thank you to those who've left some nice comments on my videos. Very much appreciated. Seriously, actually, I was like, oh, that's nice, because usually I get likes, but just it's nice to get an extra message and saying this video was really good, etc., and keep it up. I think one comment says it was one of the best videos I've seen or something like that. It was really nice. Really appreciated. So with that in mind, we are going back to a channel that I haven't visited in a while, and that is Goose Pimples. And this is what was it again? Oh yes, the Paranormal Archives Scary Ghost Videos V13. So without further ado, let's check it out.
A simple outdoor fun time soon turned into a chilling encounter when this couple, out in Utah, found something
Bring out the hammer!
in a cave and quickly brought out their phones to record it. What could they have possibly found? Let's find out.
Did you see the beady eyes?
Should we? Did we go up there? I don't hear it anymore. I'll be doing this.
Do I think I've seen this bit of clip before? But what makes me laugh is with the heart. Does that mean someone's had a quickie at this haunted mine?
Yeah, I don't see anything. Go.
Oh.
What?
Drawn by an unsettling sound echoing from the cave's depths, they ventured closer, and then, from the shadows, a creepy humanoid silhouette began to emerge. Real cryptid sighting, or a nifty bit of video fakery? You decide.
See, I want to be fair here, but to be fair, my first thought is fake, not because they're all fake, but because I think what they should have done is zoomed in too far. But then again, I don't know, because then if you were to fake it, how are you going to slot it in? That's what she said. But the thing is, when you see it zoomed in, as it were, you can just the texture of the creature. I know it's pixelated and it's potatoey and it's probably not good camera or vintage camera. You can still see though the difference, if that makes sense. So even watching old films, you can still see this. You can still notice the special effects. So it's kind of like, I mean, it's like, look at the Scorpion King. You know, lots of effects artists slated that because they've thinking that. Oddly enough, with that, all I had to do is brush up. Apparently, there's certain things they could have just put a little bit of touching to it, and it would have worked. But yeah, you just tell by the pixelation and the digitalness, as it were, that it's fake. You know, it's been superimposed on.
Playing out late with your friends is always enthralling, messing around as the sky gently smothers you with the darkness of twilight, knowing you're out way past your curfew. But in this clip hosted by 3D Die 93, these kids' games were soon cut short when something lashed out from the night.
What the fuck, dude? Dang! Oh shit! What? Oh shit, what the hell?
Although the way they laughed seemed like it's staged, we can't see any jump cuts, and unless Speedy Gonzalez was hiding behind that wall, there was nobody there. Could these kids have been really handy with editing software 13 years ago? Or is there something sinister waiting to play tag with them?
Years of research, hunting, and internet discourse.
Well, to be fair, what film's that from? It might not be in the film, it'd be in the outtakes. Well, to be fair, I mean, I'm gonna try and be fair beans here on some of them, right? And that is, yeah, people laugh because it's staged, but sometimes people laugh hysterically when something scary happens, don't they? So, just, yeah.
Have gone into the Sasquatch, and whether you believe it's a bloodthirsty forest dweller or a simple urban legend, it doesn't make it any less interesting, especially not when people catch clips like this. What was that? Oh, God, Michael. Was that you?
No. I heard those noises.
Yeah.
Coming from my window.
I heard them too, but I thought that was you.
Dude, it's horrible when kids get victimized by paranormal, but at the same time, kids themselves could be scary as F, you know what I mean? Sneaking up behind you at weird times, you know what I mean? And in the dark. It's like, they don't have to be demonically possessed. It's just like, I was just getting a drink, mummy.
Okay. All right.
You hear that?
Yeah.
What is it with people not putting lights on? I know you're funny, it's kind of the kid's being creepy now because he's in the dark, he stood in the dark and, can you hear that, mummy? What the fuck was that? I think I shouldn't put the hammer down. But, it's like, oh, you know, where was I? You know, did you hear that, mummy? You know, their skin starts melting off. The fact that they stood in the dark, I mean, the mum's shitting herself. The kid's just like going, do you hear that? In pitch black. But again, why is he these... If I thought my house was haunted, all the lights would be on maximum. I'll be getting the salt out. I'll be going Dean Winchester on the place. Sigils. Even if I have to use ketchup or, you know, if I've got no paint, I'll just find something in the cupboard, some condiment. Fucking spray, splash sigils all over the fucking walls.
Get at me.
What house did they live in? Castle Dracula? What on earth you do?
Mom? What is that? Oh, go, 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 get inside the house. Go, 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 go. Go.
Of all the things you'd
One, can't she hold a camera straight? Two, you can tell the kid's not possessed because the kid's broken character. It's gone from mummy to mum. And what is that weird noise?
want to be woken up with, this one would be last on the list. The origins of the clip are very foggy. We know it was filmed in Lockridge by a family who would rather remain anonymous. But aside from that, we're in the dark. If the family didn't want to be known, why would they fake such a terrifying video? What would be the point? Yeah, those eyes could have been somebody on top of a tree holding 2 torches in the dark, but did you see the way they blinked? So damn realistic. And take one look at the place they live in.
It's still not fake, but then again, but that's the thing, if you want to get famous or attention, why would you hide your identity, I suppose? But I don't. But then again, it makes it more mysterious. And if you've got like an anonymous channel where your identity, because you don't necessarily have to have your details online, nobody has to know. You could get maximum views, maximum subscribers, and still not having to reveal yourself. I mean, who can say?
Huge old stone house facing a great span of twisting, rustling forest.
Fucking
They're
castle.
just asking for cryptids.
Yeah.
Could this be the start of an ARG? A real cryptid sighting? Or a behind-the-scenes glimpse of a new episode of Saturday?
Or as Casper's side mates might say, maybe their house was built on a graveyard. Or their castle, because of the fucking state of the walls, mate. Flapping their masonry around.
Sasquatch. Let us know your thoughts.
The following clip might make you reconsider that camping trip you had planned. If you've ever seen the Blair Witch Project, you'll know that you should probably take caution in the middle of the woods at night. These guys...
Nah, that's alright. The mistake they made is they should have took Snickers in there. All that poor lady in the woods needed was a Snickers. Just give her a Snickers and you wouldn't have been possessed. Or, cursed upon you. Just give the poor lady a Snickers. That's all she wanted. Or a Cadbury's milk tray or something. Poor love.
However, just ran in all guns blazing. After sharing a smoke and setting up a campfire, they decide the best way to tender the camping experience was to go and investigate their surroundings, which led
whilst
them
being
finding
stoned.
some suspicious stuff, to say the least.
Urbexu, nie demoluj. Panowie, można walić wiadro. I to takie bez
ja?
dna. Ono się nie skończy. Dobra, cave'mana. Przyjemnie. Na granicy...
Oh, can I just say before I go on, I saw a video earlier. Well, I don't watch the news because it's mostly bollocks. And spreading hate and sad news. Although, to be fair, there was one thing I thought was funny. I'm only bringing it up because it's something that I want to use as a comeback, which is absolutely hilarious. Because I was watching, was it an American guy reacting to Prince Charles's jokes, and he had a really good comeback. Because if you go online, a lot of MAGA people would go, "If it wasn't for us, you'd be speaking German." Although we might as well, considering the way the government's paving. But ooh, bitchy. But politics aside, what made me laugh was Prince Charles went, "Oh yes, they keep saying, if it wasn't for us, you'd be speaking German." He goes, "Well, if it wasn't for us, you'll be speaking French." I was like, "Fucking brilliant, mate." Considering that this American guy was saying, because he was saying they don't teach much about UK English history, which explains why the White House says so much shit about the English. It's like the English have been for a lot more than what America realizes. It's like if you think Pearl Harbor, 9/11. If you think 9/11 and Pearl Harbor were bad, what we've had hurts 10 times a lot more. And it's like we were lucky to survive it. America just got their ego kicked in. we literally got the shit kicked out of us, to the point where we could have been conquered, but we rose from the ashes. You know what I mean? But the whole thing about the French, yeah, you're talking about the French before, during the time of the New World, you had during the time of muskets and all that sort of stuff. It's like, yeah, you could have been talking French if it wasn't for us. So both was fucking brilliant, mate. And I'm going to use that one. Yeah, fucking hell, that was brilliant. So anyway, I'm not a big fan of the royal family, but yeah, well done. Well done, King Charles.
Zawalenie.
O kurwa! Mi się udawać zawalenie.
Tam jest jakaś stodoła.
Nie wiem, czy tam się da wejść.
A nawet będą przy...
Oh, and don't be a party people and unsubscribe because I thought that was funny, alright? If you've got a sense of humour, you'll understand why that's funny. Actually, when you go through history, it's all bollocks. You know what I mean? It's like, if it wasn't for so-and-so, you'd be doing so-and-so. If it wasn't for so-and-so, it'd be so-and-so. It's like, even on the plus side of world conquering, or whatever you want to call it, if it wasn't for certain cultures, you wouldn't have maths, you wouldn't have... You know what I mean? There's certain things, there's two sides to every coin, all sort of thing. It's like, you could go up to the, Stone Age, if it wasn't for so-and-so. Yeah, so never take anything to heart, for God's sake. Just because it's all bollocks, and it all goes back. The more you go back, it's fucking hilarious.
Kłódka jest rozjebana, kłódka jest założona.
Śmierdzi gównem to chuj. Co to jest?
Nie wiem. A, dobra, nie. Ty, czerwony.
Kurwa, na tym jest krew.
Oświeć. Ale... Nie, dobra.
They felt a little uneasy because of the strange trinkets lying around, but they never expected to find this waiting for them in the next building.
Kurwa nie ma.
I'm not saying it's not strange, but so far, the building they went into, it looks like an old barn, so you're going to have, odd tools and shit in. What? Real or fake, that's freaky, you know what I mean? They're running, he's hyperventilating, and there's some sort of behind them. That's fucking Gollum. Sounds like Gollum. My precious. I can't do it like I used to be able to. Well done. Turn the fucking light. Excuse my French, but turn the light on. Light yourself at a Christmas tree.
Masz kosę? Mam. Dobra. Plecak zostawiam w dupie, słuchaj z plecakiem.
Knives and swords are fun, but a hammer is probably more gratifying, you know, if you get the upswing and it goes... It's like cricket bats. It's like people look at... It's like if you look at Shaun of the Dead, there is kind of a more morbid reason also why you'd pick a cricket bat or a shovel, because it's not because that's all you could get your hands on. It's because it makes a nice noise when it... You know, I don't know. I've never done that personally. I'm not saying I've hurt someone. The point is, you don't have to do something to know what it's going to sound like, because just listen to cricket. You know, in cricket, when they hit a hard ball cricket, that noise, it's like, four, except you're doing it to zombie brains or something, you know what I mean? But it sounds like Gollum there, doesn't it? But yeah, you want something, you know, but you know, something with a nice upswing. The other thing is it clever to run with knives? I'm not saying it's impossible. Also, you'd hold it downwards anyway, but they're not in the right frame of mind. I mean, it's easier said than done. That's the problem as well. It's easier said than done in these situations. You know, because especially if it's like something that sounds like Gollum. I mean, hopefully he's going to slow it down and we can see it, but because I didn't see it, all I heard, all I saw was see him turn and scream, but because, you know, especially, you know, don't matter if it's paranormal, it could be weird. It could be some weird, naked, weirdo bastard who's been stroking his ring, going, "My precious," and it's like he's either going to eat you or he's going to hump you. Either one's not going to be good. You know what I mean? So it's going to be hard to say what you're going to do in these situations. You know what I mean? So, but still, like all typical horror films, they might trip and fall and not hurt themselves. Or one might want to see what's going on. Suddenly stop to turn around. You'd be like, "Oh, sorry, mate."
Who the hell was that? Whatever it was, it seemed to be hanging upside down like a bloody vampire. While you can argue that the lack of more visuals is a clear cop-out, and that the audio could have been added during editing, the group's reaction seems pretty genuine. There are some comments on the video suggesting that this was an amateur short film, and there are some signs, such as the editing style being very found footage horror style. And the video itself is a complete 180 from any other content on this dude's YouTube channel. He usually posts short parkour content, but after a 1-year break, he comes out with this. What's the verdict though? Do you think this was some...
Well, there's two things to this, right? So, sometimes when they come out of the blue with it, it makes it sound legit. Although, if they do parkour, chances are that guy hanging down from the rafters could be one of their friends who does parkour. But, you know, sometimes doing some of these things happening out of the blue seems legit and stuff. You know, it adds more legitimacy. But then again, if you're smart enough to know that, then you go, "Oh yeah, but people may not question it because it may be, we normally do this, blah, blah," you know. But like I say with anything, I think it's mental that people fake stuff in the sense that if you can convince YouTube viewers that you're genuinely scared, why the fuck are you wasting your time on YouTube? You could be in the movies or on TV. You know what I mean? Because crocodile tears don't convince anyone. Just look at the case of Amber Heard. It's like, everyone's sitting there going, "Oh, shut up, you stupid cow." You know what I mean? It's like, you're not convincing anyone. It's like, you know, I've seen chickens or something cry more convincing. You know what I mean? Something like that. That's random bit. I mean, so to convince people that, or to come up seem legit or seem that, you know, real, if they are faking it, why are you wasting your time on YouTube? For crying out loud. Just show them that video to some talent scout. It'll be, you know, you may not necessarily get anything on your filmmaking skills, but they'd be like, "You actually sounded really terrified. That's really good. Maybe you could be in this," or maybe, you know what I mean. So why waste your time on YouTube? Is the other thing I would say about that. So who can say? It could be fake, but then again, if you're faking shit and you're convincing people, then you're onto a good start. So why fuck about that? Just get a proper career in television and film.
kind of film project? Or are all the urban legends about the depths of the woods true? Let us know what you think in the comments.
Jacine, the lone explorer of long-forgotten
Ninja.
places.
Ya Jin!
And Middle Eastern ghost-hunting Rambo sets off on another hair-raising, door-kicking adventure.
Hello.
But this time, things become a lot more intense. Watch this.
Bismillah. La ilaha illallah.
Allah.
La ilaha illallah.
أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق.
Exactly, mate. You tell him.
أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق.
Interesting fact. I think I've said this before, but for those of you new subscribers. But you know, we all do it though. I'm guilty of doing it. But you know, when we used to go, was it? Oh God, what was song? Queen song. Mama just killed a man. That one. It's really terrible. I forgot what it's called. Mind you, I haven't thought about it in ages. I'm a big Queen fan, but it's been like decades since I really, thought of names for stuff. I usually just listen to it and roll with it, vibe and stuff. But it goes, will you let him go? We used to say in the pubs, Miss Miller. And then it's just stuck with everyone. It's not, it's Bismillah. Because of Freddie Mercury's family, his roots, where he comes from. So for those who don't know, it's not Miss Miller, it's Bismillah, which is what he's saying here to the jinn. Bismillah. Mashallah. I used to be able to. I don't speak Arabic, but you pick up on the protective words and stuff. You know what I mean? Especially when you're doing the occult. I've got a book on jinn magic somewhere. You know what I mean? But you also pick up stuff from these videos. So it's like Mashallah, Mashallah, Ramahin, something like that. I used to be really good at it. Right, carry on. But yeah, Bismillah. No, we would let him go. Bismillah. Not Miss Miller, but And sorry about my terrible singing. Again, I'm not too bad. To be fair, I don't think I'm good. People say I'm okay and whatever. But it's been a long time since I've actually done some proper singing.
La ilaha illallah.
All right, don't break the door. Come on. Oh.
La ilaha illallah.
Did you know?
Oh, look at that. Oh, Peter Tingle's going. Not quite bullfrog.
Notice how he immediately got close to it with excellent camera quality, giving us a full view of all the areas around the door. It's almost as if he has nothing to hide. We've explored and debunked some of Jassim's videos in the past, and while many seemed authentic, some had questionable jump cuts or potential strings.
La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah.
Jassim blamed Snapchat's time limits for the cuts. As for the strings, well, we're about to find out today. We found it a lot harder to debunk his latest videos. Take a look at this one.
The thing is, as well, there's some channels I've seen where, you got Snapchat problems, but the interesting thing about their channels is that they have live streams, and some of the live streams are hard to cut, you know what I mean? So, I don't want to put the hammer down. It's freaky deaky. You know what I mean? There's it's live, so it's hard to watch it. But as I think, I totally agree with what Casper Site said, and that is some channels, though, to be fair, could start off with all good intentions of producing really cool stuff, like proper content, genuine paranormal stuff. But then, because you've got so much money coming in, you need to keep it going, blah blah blah. You then start going down that dark path. You know what I mean? Or saying that, people like Ghost Theory, this is what makes me laugh, people like Ghost Theory and Ghost Tech Paranormal, and Ouija Brothers, none of them fake stuff. If they go to an investigation and nothing happens, they still upload it. They don't care. They believe in honesty, right? But to be fair, they still make money. So I think it's probably leaning towards not necessarily faking stuff to keep the franchise going, as it were, but they try and do it for entertainment. So it's more like Zach Bagans. There's probably been one or two that I've gone, okay, that is fucking bizarre. Like the Demon House. I mean, yeah, that could have been faked as F, but it's so weird that people, when making it, had so many problems. Or it's just weird. Unless someone could come forward and tell me in the comments, oh no, someone revealed that it was all BS or something. But you know what I mean? So it's because they used to be, when they had Nick, they used to be serious and all this sort of stuff. Now they shit themselves. Bearing in mind that they've got Iron Will now. It's like with so it's like with Twin Paranormal. Sorry, yeah, it's like Twin Paranormal. I can't remember. Did I say Twin Paranormal? It's like with Twin Paranormal, for example. It's like when they had Nick working with them, they were really serious and they got scared depending on the level of freakiness. But now, ever since Nick's not there, they've been jumping at every single knock, saying that every single knock's paranormal. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's becoming more entertainment than genuine content. And then, like a lot of debunking channels debunk their stuff. And it's like, yeah, they've gone down. Because the thing is about real paranormal stuff is you're not going to get results every day. It's like I could go to the world's most dangerous location on the earth and nothing will happen. And then that might leave you thinking, oh, it's all bollocks, isn't it? And I might leave that place and it's all bollocks. But then someone the following day might go and something might happen. A lot of people who are in between, as it were, who do it for a living professionally, have stated that they don't trust any investigation where it's like every night they get a result. It's like sometimes you have to set up equipment for days or weeks to get a result, to get a result. That doesn't necessarily mean Midwest Ghost Hunter fakes it. Yeah? There have been places where nothing's happened. It's not always been the case where he's always got stuff. But yeah. And I think, so I think some channels, to be fair, go down that slope because they get scared. To be fair, though, because the thing is, don't forget, you're giving up your life, your job, to then do YouTube, and if you're not delivering, and you start losing subscribers, eventually you won't be able to monetize your videos, and you'll be screwed. So you know what I mean? It's like a TV series, like same way. If viewership fails, it goes same sort of principle. You know what I mean? So they go down that dark path, I think. So I don't know. Who can say? Some of their stuff may be genuine. Like this guy, some of his gin videos can be genuine, but I think that's why they do it. Is because that reason. But I also think that, you don't really. I think it's more to do with entertainment necessarily than in terms of making getting convincing stuff. Because, like I said, hit and miss channels like investigations like Ouija Brothers, Ghost Theory, and Ghost Tech Paranormal, stuff like that. They don't always get results. They're doing fine. They're still selling merch and stuff. So yeah.
لا إله إلا الله.
بسم الله.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Yes, one.
الله لا إله إلا هو الحي الغيوم. لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم.
Go on. Oh,
له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه. يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم. ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه.
Here, when our door-kicking pro approaches the usual target, a shiny string appears on screen. But let's keep camera flares in mind this time. It does actually seem to only occur when the metal bit on the ceiling reflects the light from his torch, and it disappears when he walks past it. Its movement doesn't match the doors either. So, could it actually be a lens flare from the metal reflection and not a string? This raises our questions all over again. Could his videos actually be the real deal? Let's keep digging.
بسم الله لا إله إلا الله والله العظيم يا جماعة النقامتين بسم الله أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق حصنت نفسي بلا إله إلا الله.
The other thing, I'm not saying it's impossible, but the other thing to bear in mind is if he's in the Middle East, it depends how serious he takes his religion. Because if you're like old-fashioned, medieval, Dark Ages Muslim or something like that, right? you're gonna believe that if you're faking this stuff, you're making a mockery of Allah because you're faking it. You're mocking his name or his power. You're just faffing around with it, sort of thing, or disrespectful, just being disrespectful. So it's kind of like, what I mean? It depends if, I think all religious people to a degree are hypocrites because it's kind of like there's loads of, there are people, you'll get people saying, for example, people saying, oh, it's wrong to be gay, it's wrong to eat this, it's wrong to do this. And yet the people who are saying this, they're breaking their own rules. It's like, Christians eat ham, Muslims have Red Bull, which is haram. Apparently there's loads of stuff that you see them do, which is haram. It's like, do I care? No. Life's too short. Drink and eat what the fuck you want. But you know what I mean? It's just ironic, isn't it? It's like, don't virtue signal your crap. Don't say you're a devout so-and-so. If you are in your heart, you believe that's fine, but you're not a devout so-and-so. If you're going around saying one thing and doing another and acting like you're the golden boy or the golden child, whatever, you know what I mean?
أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق حصنت نفسي بلا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله. هذه كل مرة يا جماعة، كل مرة نجي لابد، والله العظيم لابد. أنا ما أدري إيش السبب يا جماعة، تدرون كيف؟ ما أقدر يا جماعة، ما أقدر. حصنت نفسي بلا إله إلا الله.
And again, loads of what looks like strings, but why would he need so many just to pull a few chandeliers? We have to try and debunk our own debunking claims to figure out the truth. So this time we search.
See, to be fair, that is, they've got a point, because it's only a few times can it be lens flare. Lens flare doesn't happen all the time, and that does shimmer like it's like fishing wire. You know what I mean? So, but then again, why would you? Yeah, but the thing is, you would need quite a few if you're doing it in two spots at once. Like, oh my god. But you would also probably need an accomplice as well, because he's holding his camera and all that sort of stuff. So
shiny objects every time the so-called strings appeared. Let's watch it again.
That's lens flare. Yeah, the thing is, some of it does look like lens flare, but it then gets too much, doesn't it? So yeah. Oh, dude.
And it matches up. They all seem to be camera lens flares, especially after watching the effect caused by the mirror in this video.
Do a fair play. I mean, yeah. I mean, I could be wrong, because it could be the type, style, and age of the camera.
لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق حصنت نفسي بلا.
Oh mate, leave it alone. Look, it's in a wheelchair, man. You'll get. Don't bash the gin. He's wheelchair bound, for God's sake.
لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله.
He wants you to question, mate.
أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات.
Bismillah.
Bismillah. Bismillah.
But does this prove all his videos are genuine paranormal activity caught on camera?
I don't think so.
Does it heck? We will surely keep analysing them though, because just like you, we want to believe. He could indeed be a master of deception, but what if all these unexplained events captured on camera were actually real proof of paranormal activity? What if?
The thing I just realised that I've never really mentioned, or I've never heard anyone mention in the video before. Sod filmmakers, amateur filmmakers. What's the one type of other person that could easily fake this? And we see them on TV all the frickin' time, especially on talent shows. What if some of the people who are faking these are magicians? Because they know how to pull off stage tricks, illusions and shit. I've never heard anyone come up with that in a debunking video. It's always computers this, computers that. Or it's simply, it's never crossed anyone's mind, what happens if they know how to do David Blaine shit and all that sort of stuff, yeah? There's an interesting thought, isn't it? Amateur magician.
While making a quick response video on her TikTok, this girl just set up her phone in her bedroom and hit record.
Because like on Britain's Got Talent, America's Got Talent, you had that guy who was completely invisible and all they had was a voice, and somehow he managed to get it looked like the stage is haunted because all the I was looking at her in the eyes as I was talking to her. But he can make things move, and it looked like he was invisible. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, but really well, really good.
Went well for a few seconds until she noticed someone or something else stealing all the spot.
Oh, some weirdo bastard.
Hey guys, so someone commented in one of my videos, like the bronzer highlighter I use, and I use the Milani 05 Soleil. So I'm gonna try that on, and then...
Oh, fuck that.
No.
Well, she saw something that startled her.
The camera is stationary for the whole video, meaning
she looked up there and went, oh.
We can't see the whole room or get a good view inside the wardrobe. But when she swings it open, there doesn't look to be enough room for anyone to hide in there anyway. No idea where the light switch is, so that could have been anything. And something could have been placed on the floor to open and close the doors. But would she go to those lengths to fake a 30-second video? What do you think?
These days on TikTok, come on, I mean, there's a funny thing about, was it Goose, something they noticed, and the problem is, this way they shoot themselves in the foot. And there's this TikTok one where it's a woman saying, if there's anyone there, show us a sign or something like that, and the chair fell over. Loads of people copied that exact video, movement for movement, placement for placement. It was fucking hilarious. But yeah, it's TikTok. People fake anything.
A huge shout out to our long-time viewer John Lee Richards for sending us a spine-tingling email. Back in 2018, he and his wife embarked on a 5-year mission to travel around every Welsh castle site. When they got to Kidwelly Castle, they whipped out their cameras to capture the beautiful scenery, but when they looked back at the photos, their blood ran cold. There's clearly someone or something at the window. John told us that there is no floor where the figure is standing, and when he initially took the photo, he could see nothing but stonework. The funny thing is, John isn't the only person to have caught something sinister in this specific landmark. In an article published by the Daily Star, Alun Glenn took his kids to explore the grounds just before closing time. They snapped a few pictures and headed back to the car when they watched the groundskeepers lock the gate and presumed the castle empty. That was until they put the photographs on the laptop back home and realised they had caught a figure peeking out of a huge doorway. Kidwelly Castle has been rumoured to be haunted for as long as anyone can remember, and it is said to be the headless spirit of Gwendolyn, Princess of Wales. The story goes that the Normans beheaded her in battle, and her restless soul has haunted the grounds ever since. Again, a huge shout out to John Lee Richards for drawing our attention to this terrifying bite of history.
Nice, cool. It kind of reminds, that picture reminds you of, what's that? It's that film, The Dark Prince, when with the goo, the devil's trapped in the goo, and they see they get transmission from the future, and a person's like in black robes steps out. It's like, oh, good film. Good.
This footage from the YouTube channel
John Carpenter film
Maison Japon makes us wonder if this is a real yokai or some crazy desperado trying to harass these.
Oh, it's the Grudge bitch or the Ring.
Wannabe gossip girls. But what it did help us realise was that you never know who or what could be spying on you. So never let your guard down in a dressing room.
Oh, look at you. Question is though, no, not that. So it's a noise. Like, no, that's not a question. Why have you got a camera on when you're getting changed? It's not like you're making a video. You're just talking to your friend going about everyday stuff with the camera rolling. Is it because you've heard noises before, or you're faking a video? You can say. Because it's freaky, but it does look superimposed. And to be fair, a lot of the Japanese ones that you do see are, not all of them, but some are fake. I'm going to be fair. I'm going to be fair in my assessment. But to be fair, the Japanese are bloody great at everything. You know, they're great at horror films, they're great at faking stuff. But because when they fake it, it's still freaky as F. I mean, the lengths they go to. I mean, seriously, it's like if you want the Grudge bitch, they'll get some really gorgeous looking Japanese girl and put her in some makeup, because the Grudge lady is scary and fit at the same time. I know it's weird. But you know, I mean, then they'll do it in makeup. Don't feed her for a few days. They do maximum dedication. You know what I mean? And then they film it and scare the shit out of you. You know what I mean?
This paranormal entity makes a brief appearance, manifesting in front of our eyes, then fading out again and disappearing. Imagine how freaked out those girls would be if they saw that. What do you think?
Ooh.
Do you think this could be staged, or was this room really haunted? If the latter, do you think the girls were in any danger? Please let us know what other stories you've heard about the Japanese yokai.
Yeah, that's fake. The reason I say that, unless of course there's some reason, unless of course it says in a video, in the description, we heard this room's haunted, so we thought we recorded while getting dressed, blah, blah, blah. But if not, and it's just the first time they've ever had paranormal experience, why would you just randomly film yourselves getting changed? It's,
comment section.
Exploring creepy abandoned buildings alone at stupid o'clock might seem like fun and games, but when the paranormal comes to bite you in the arse, you'll go from Rambo mode to running for your spare pants in a heartbeat, just like Alex from Hunting the Unknown in the scary video you're about to watch.
This place is in the middle of like a forest. It used to be a winery, but it's over 25 years it's been derelict, abandoned. So the forest has reclaimed this place pretty much. And it's known to have people coming in to do seances and things like that, satanic things. Because in the UK, you might not think it, but it's very popular in this country. Satanists, demons, all that sort of stuff, summoning rituals.
I'm not saying he's at fault, but I would have to say bollocks to that, because it's... Yeah, you got Wicca and stuff like that, but people don't seem to realise that Satanists, even though it probably doesn't make sense to a lot of people, don't believe in real demons. They're atheistic organisation. It's more of an act of... people become Satanists, for the most part, especially in America, as an act against... It's like an act of rebellion against, I don't know, a church system that tries to force their religion on the state and down your throat. And that's their act of, like an act of freedom sort of thing. It's an act of rebellion against the establishment, and especially religion and stuff. So, but they don't actually believe in real demons and devils and shit like that. They may hold events down there. They may, because they do bravado and drama. Because also, and it's like Anton LaVey said. I mean, Anton LaVey said, if your spells or rituals do work, then fucking hell, man, it's a bonus. But they didn't actually believe in that sort of stuff. It was more therapeutic. It's kind of like therapeutic. So rather than me go out and hurt people, I just curse them. I just like shout at a pentagram on the wall and do, the curses and whatever. And what I'm doing is I'm getting it off my chest rather than taking it out on the person. Clever, isn't it? So that's what a lot of the rituals and cursing rituals were. They don't actually, plus it makes you feel empowered. So it had F all to do with actual demons. I'm not saying they didn't do outside events, but people seem to think, they went down the woods to sell their soul to bollocks. If the other thing is, I hate to say this, regardless of how pure of heart you are, because when life gets bad, you do some stupid decisions, right? And I can guarantee you that if selling your soul to the devil actually fucking worked, excuse my language, people will be lining up in droves. So yeah, but it's bollocks. People don't. In the UK, it's like, yes, we have, and when it comes to religion, we do have crack nut jobs, just like America has. But we understand that stuff's not real anymore. We're more streetwise, more modernised. You know what I mean? So yeah, not quite.
Name it, guys. They do it in this country. What the was that?
In fact, it's very hard. But we could do it in the woods and stuff like that. But in terms of places like this, it's like it's very hard to do. I mean, because when I was doing the ghost investigation, only because something happened down the road, it's very hard not to go anywhere without police poking their nose in. So I seriously doubt you'd be able to pull it off in one. You know, if they start lighting candles going, "Ha, Satanas," chances are the cops are going to come in. You know what I mean? It's like, because it's just so much, there's too much attention. It's not illegal, you won't get arrested, but the point is, you won't be doing it in peace and quiet, you know what I mean?
Paranormal investigation took place inside an old winery restaurant that closed down over 20 years ago, when the owners had enough of the bizarre events they started witnessing quite regularly. From doors slamming out of nowhere to staff members getting scratched, objects smashing on the floor and whatnot, the place is believed to be a paranormal hotspot.
Although, don't get me wrong, doesn't mean there aren't weirdos within those type of groups, but I'm just saying it's whole idea of devil worshipping that we think it's all Hollywood nonsense. It's not how it works in real life.
But if you thought that the evils that tormented this place were long gone, you thought wrong. After hearing a bang, Alex decided to check out the devices he had placed earlier to find out the source of the noise, only to realise that someone or something had slammed one of those doors right in front of one of his static cameras. But whatever did that was only just getting started. You see, he also set up a music box that goes off when it detects someone walking past it.
I want to face it here, I reckon. So you turn it on as a sensor on the front of it. If something walks past it, the music will go off. So at the moment it's calibrating this area. So that is a sensor, guys. So if something walks past that, it will go off.
But when the music box went off this time, there was no one to be seen.
What the
And as he sought to find out what was going on by talking to the ether and asking for a sign, something truly bizarre happened on camera. Take a look.
Where are you? Can you give me a sign, please? Oh, fucking hell. What the was that? Hell.
One of the bottles was knocked off by something we couldn't see, covering his skin with goose pimples to no end. But that's not all. After getting over the shot of adrenaline, his camera captures something way more sinister. Take a look.
Lock down. It's crazy, I don't understand this. I'm pretty sure this is like that. Hello?
What are we looking at? What are we looking at? Shadow bastard? Was there something in that doorway? Like a shadow thing? Because whatever shape I thought I saw, that time it came round, it wasn't there. That goose box sounds like someone brushing their teeth.
Who's there?
Bet you missed it, didn't you? What looks like a pure black shadow
Oh,
person
I did see it.
seems to be watching him from the darkness. But when he investigates the area, it's gone. At this point, he'd
Wow, I actually saw something obscure for once. Bloody hell.
seen enough. So he pulled a "screw you guys, I'm going home" and darted out of there.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Now, as compelling as this footage might look, we can't just go around believing everything we see online, can we?
Nope.
Let's take a more skeptical approach. We're supposed to assume he was alone at a haunted place at stupid o'clock, right? But what if he wasn't really alone there? I mean, all we can do is take his word for it, but we can't know for a fact if there was someone else off camera or not. For all we know, the door could have been moved by someone behind this wall, and the music box could have gone off using a tampered remote device. But on the other hand, how do we explain the bottles being knocked over right in front of the camera? Jump cuts? Strings? We looked through the footage thoroughly and still couldn't find traces of any. And the pitch black shadow apparition he filmed at the end could also be some truly compelling evidence. The cherry on top of this paranormal cake. But then again, did you notice how long it took for him to investigate that area and prove there was no one inside? The last time we saw the shadow figure on camera, he panned it left and then right again. But this time focused on the floor for some weird reason, leaving the doorway off camera. Almost as if trying to avoid showing us that door area, leaving enough time for whoever was there to leave before he went in. Suspicious? Sure. Proof of fakery? Absolutely not. Without proof, these are just assumptions, and
Nice direction of thought, Goose Pimples.
we can assume all we want, but the question remains, what if? What if that really was a creepy-ass shadow dude lurking around and making
Shadow
Alex
bastard.
nervous, acting sus? This video is, without a doubt, one of the creepiest videos we've seen lately. Whether real or not, Alex deserves a massive shout-out for uploading such a creepy paranormal investigation.
Oh yeah, because as you can tell, because I mentioned in this video, I'll go, about, because some of the stuff in Supernatural, a lot of the stuff they say, like the salt, iron, and all that stuff, is from actual occult stuff, and it's such an ingenious idea to take, because I'm usually, these rock salt and shotguns anyway, don't they, for trespassers, but that whole idea of taking the pellets out and putting something that corresponds to spirit or demon or anything like that is quite clever. Anyway, so cut a long story short, I saw online, and these guns are perfectly legal. Kids can play with them as well. They're like super stokers. They're like pump action plastic gun things. But here's the thing. Mind you, I don't know. You might still need supervision though, because it could sting potentially. But they're bug guns, and they fire salt. So it fires like a jet of salt, or like a little, like a poof of salt at high velocity. It won't blind you, but it'll sting probably. So it does say you still need parental supervision. But the idea is it knocks them dead or stuns them in the air, so you can get to them or whatever. And I was thinking, do what? You can put like sea salt in that, or black salt, or all kinds of, depending on the you could do like a Dean Winchester number, have the corresponding ammo in one of those, and see when you them. They're perfectly legal. It's considered a toy that you use to get rid of bugs, but it's still falls underneath a toy. And yeah, you can go around, blessing shit. It's like luck and Lord.
Congrats.
But we want to hear your thoughts too. What do you think about the whole thing? Real paranormal evidence? Or just another great piece of spooky entertainment? Let us know in the comment section. And if you want to watch more videos like this, make sure to check his channel on YouTube, Hunting the Unknown.
If I remember, I might go react to one of those videos. Also, to add that salt gun I was on about, it looks like something that'd be really cool to paint up for like a cosplay. You could use it if you can't afford a phaser rifle for your Star Trek suit. Buy one of them and just paint it up. It looks like the Type 1 phaser rifle from Discovery or Strange New Worlds.
Like to ride your bike at
Discovery,
night,
sorry.
or abandoned areas, secluded roads and empty lanes you'll prefer to catch some air before bed. This video will probably make you change your habit. This dude on the motorbike is out to have some fun, but he was forced to stay home at night after this strange experience. You are not ready to watch this, so here's the footage.
La Llorona. Like I said, just get a Snickers.
There's no chance that a lady in bridal gown would be waiting for her prince so late at night. That too, nearby deserted forest.
She could be right. My husband's a bastard. I caught him cheating on me on my wedding day. Could you take me home?
It's surely some supernatural entity. No? What do you think?
Mad Max loves exploring the scariest abandoned places and often uploads the footage he captures on YouTube through his channel, Night Watch Exploration. But when he decided to investigate this abandoned military hangar with a friend, they captured something that even the most skeptical commenters are struggling to explain. While exploring, they kept hearing strange sounds, but couldn't figure out where or what was making the weird noises. They explored other parts of the hangar, hoping to find what was making the sound, but that only brought them closer to the grand reveal. Take a look.
Hello, sir.
Oh, hello.
What the f*** is that? What is that right there? Oh!
Oh, Rambo in it.
What the f*** was that? What the f*** was that, bro?
Turn that way.
What the f*** was that, man? How the fuck did it even fucking get through here? Look at this. Holy sh**.
I don't know, there's a gap.
There's no way.
I'm not saying there isn't, but there's a gap on the other side.
Hey, whatever that. Listen. It's just thunder. That's thunder, but what the was that? There's no way that whatever we just saw could run
through here that fast.
I mean, look how thick that bush is. Look at this. There's no way we would have hurt. He would have been all fucked up.
Just as they shined their lights through a doorframe, they saw a mysterious figure that quickly disappeared. They were so freaked out they darted to chase after it, but no one was there. Besides, it was practically impossible for anyone to escape through those thick bushes that quickly anyway. If it was a homeless person, they would have obviously gotten stuck in the trees, but nothing was there. So, what the hell did they capture on camera that night? Could a person have disappeared that quickly? Or was it something far more sinister? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Imagine finding out that the root of all your misfortunes lies within a single object you once brought home. That's exactly what happened to TikToker Hey Charmaine EE. It all started when she found this Daruma doll in college and decided to keep it with her ever since. If you have never heard of it, a Daruma doll's owner is supposed to make a wish and paint one of the eyes. And when that wish comes true, the other eye must be painted immediately too. This one clearly belonged to someone who had wished for God knows what. Right off the bat, she began to notice some unusual occurrences around her house, which immediately turned her suspicions towards the creepy-looking doll's head. She reached out to a couple of her superstitious college friends regarding the weird doll, and she found out that their dorm, where the doll was found, was believed to be haunted by the ghost of a student who had died there. Afterwards, she went online searching for more answers regarding her haunted doll and found some similarities in the experiences shared by other people who also owned a Daruma doll. Later, a couple of followers suggested that she take the doll off her shelf and put it away somewhere. However, things would only get creepier from here. Take a look.
Why are you whining, baby? Cooper, what are you staring at? Dude, there's nothing in the hallway.
Her dog would stare into empty spaces and whine as if he'd seen something scary. But when she goes to check it out, she finds nothing. And when she does find something, it literally makes her lose sleep. This clip was recorded just before she decided to stash the doll away. As she slept, the doll seemingly moved by itself to face the other direction, but this was not.
Can't see the fucking doll, Scrooge. Oh, that little thing down there. Fucking hell, am I supposed to see that?
This clip was recorded just before she decided to stash the doll away. As she slept, the doll seemingly moved by itself to face the other direction, but this was nothing compared to what she was about to experience next.
I just woke up. I heard someone screaming outside my window. Oh my god. What? There's a guy out there and he's just staring out my window.
Oh, some weirdo bastard.
What is he doing? What the hell? Is he staring at me?
A scream woke Charmaine up at night, and to prove she was not going insane, she grabbed her phone and got up to capture whoever made such a loud noise from her window. That's when she saw someone standing there, staring at her window from across the street. But outside was the least of her worries, because soon after, she heard something inside.
I don't know.
Ooh.
Her wardrobe door slides open by itself. And when she looked inside, the doll fell. Seeing the doll on the ground and not in the pouch where it should be scared the hell out of her. So she quickly made for her keys and ran out of the house that night. And to make sure Charmaine doesn't think about coming back, the figure makes another cameo inside her room. Terrified, Charmaine asked her friend if she could stay with her until she eventually moved to another apartment. Her doll moved with her. Her nightmares never stopped.
For all the videos we have ever posted on this channel, this one might just clear them all. All the levitating items, the knives thrown across the kitchen, the door swinging open, it is all cleared by this masterpiece of true paranormal activity. Yeah,
Just a guy come back from the pub.
okay, alright, maybe not. But with the amount of gear this guy is on, he probably feels like a ghost. This crackergeist was recorded parading across a ranch on a trail camera. Who knew ghosts could be addicted to more than just eerie whispers and haunting howls? Looks like we've got a case of paranormal rehab on our hands, Brick.
Shout out to our Discord member, Shadows, for drawing our attention to these clips. TikTok user, Our Haunted House, began feeling a pit of dread in his stomach every time he walked into his living room. It all started with picture frames falling down and wooden stools topple into the ground, seemingly on their own. And then his plants slowly began to die one by one, which he attributes to the fondly nicknamed Shadow Man. But soon, the activity ramped up and got even more unexplainable when he began catching footage on his door cam. Lights started flickering right in front of him, and after racking their brains for ages about why their family seemed to be plagued by these spooky happenings, they came to the conclusion that it could all be down to a fateful night visiting the catacombs in Paris a few years back. Now, if you know anything about the
Oh, dude, it's so funny because the other night I was watching As Above, So Below.
catacombs, you know it's like a playground for spirits, as it's home to over 6 million dead bodies. Rumours of rituals and sacrifices happening in those hidden alleyways underneath Paris do beg the idea that something could easily latch onto visitors. And the more these guys film, the more we might be rethinking that spooky holiday tour.
My dog just started fucking barking for no fucking reason. Let's see. Holy shit, there's somebody out there.
Shadow bastard.
Right after we see the dog going crazy, he walks to the front of the house. Look closely on the left of the screen, right before he opens the door to check who's there. There is a clear outline of a figure leering just outside the house. Now, this could well have been a friend standing outside and then quickly running away, but how did the figure disappear so quickly? It's pretty hard to spot a jump cut when he pans the camera, so what's going on? And this isn't the only time that the Shadow Man has shown himself either. Check out this scary video. Fair enough, there are plenty of tutorials on YouTube that show you how to accomplish the lights out effect, but that doesn't necessarily mean that this one is fake, right? While we weren't really there to prove it, we can analyse it further so you don't have to. Look closely at the folds in the curtain. They abruptly change pattern when we compare the start of the video with the end. The lights going on and off give us the impression that the video was all recorded in just a few seconds, but would that be enough time for someone to touch the curtains? Or did someone just move the curtains in between jump cuts? We'll leave it up to you to decide, but whether these videos are real or fake, they're still pretty creepy. Once again, a huge shout out to our Discord member Shadows for requesting our analysis of these scary videos.
This clip is extremely subtly disturbing. The channel world and the unknown truths is dedicated to releasing content for non-believers in an attempt to change their minds. And this clip might just do that. A night shift worker was doing his rounds in a supermarket car park in Brazil, completely isolated and alone. Or was he? Take a look and decide for yourself.
Minha gente, aquele carro ali, ele mexeu. Eu parei com a moto aqui agora. Eu tô ficando doido. Ó, e o outro lá mexeu. Esse carro aqui. Tem alguma coisa aqui. Quem é que tá aí? Você mexeu o carro, mexa agora. Mexa esse carrinho que tá aí. Olha. Olha. Vixe. Meu Deus do céu. Vocês viram? Passou por ali. A moto deu partida. Olha. Sozinha. Meu Deus.
There's nothing wrong with a late night shopping trip, but it's doubtful this supermarket wants any cursed customers. And in one final fiendish act, this possible poltergeist sends one final shiver down everyone's spine. The actions here seem like a predator toying with its prey, sending small shockwaves of fear, before lashing out and swiping the final hit. This is all we see before the video cuts to black. What do you think happened after the camera cut? Let us know down below. We love reading your thoughts, as you should probably know by now. We read every single comment. The creepy video you're about to see was uploaded by the YouTube channel Professor Cynical. He's been documenting all the strange, unexplainable stuff happening around his house, hoping that by sharing his story, he might find some help, or at least some answers, from skeptics and paranormal enthusiasts alike. But in this video, before he could even start detailing the creepy events he's been dealing with, something unsettling happened, showing that whatever's haunting his home isn't messing around.
Alright everybody, so a lot of you guys have been asking about how things are going in the house. Now for anybody who doesn't know, strange things have been happening. Like, for example, I posted a video not too long ago where the door was rattling constantly. Like, literally the door handle was physically rattling, and I opened the door, no one's there. So, I mean, I don't know if I believe in this sort of stuff. I really don't. And then another video before that, it sounded like someone was physically running down the stairs at me. And that kind of stuff happens all the time now. And the hell? Oh, I'm sick of it.
As if the creepy stuff he'd already talked about wasn't enough, the kitchen drawer suddenly slides open. No one around. Nothing in sight. Frustrated by all these weird events, he decides to show what he caught on camera, and trust me, this footage is pure nightmare fuel. Take a look.
So just to show you guys that there's, oh for God's sake, literally nothing here. Sorry, my tripod getting caught on everything. Literally nothing here. Look, see? Absolutely nothing. Oh, sorry, it's just my tripod wire dangling on the floor there. And just to show you as well. Oh, this is crazy. Right. Wait a minute. That wasn't... Oh, for God's sake, that wasn't even on before. Right, let me try and get set back up here.
This time, he caught the door handle rattling again, like someone or something was messing with it. The tension ramps up as he steps back into the living room, only to find the TV turned on by itself, like whatever's in the house is playing a twisted game of hide and seek with him. But here's the kicker. His channel isn't even about the paranormal, and this guy doesn't believe in ghosts or spirits at all. Like anyone who's clueless about the supernatural, he made the mistake of trying to talk to it. And that's when he got the scare of his life.
Apparently it's a ghost. Again, I'm not saying I believe in that stuff. I really don't. I really don't. But apparently if you call out, things are meant to happen or you'll get a response or something. So, fine, let's just try it. Nice to meet you. If is anybody there? Can you make something move? Again? Can you make anything move?
Everything about this encounter screams unsettling darkness, from the eerie silence that followed to what might be orbs floating around, and then a chair moving towards him. But if that wasn't enough to convince him to get out of that house, what happened next definitely did. Take a look.
Nah, mate. Nah.
Definitely did. Take a look.
Nah, mate. Nah.
What's he mean?
Nah, nope. I am fucking moving out. I don't know what this is. I don't care what this is. Nope. Just showing you again, ladies and gentlemen, there is nobody else here. Nope.
As he's talking about the orbs, or what he thinks is just dust, floating around on camera, and his air freshener doing its thing, the door suddenly creaks and closes a bit, with no obvious reason. Talk about too much spookfest for one night. He's definitely going to be house hunting after this. It's past closing time when this lady captures something she'll never forget on camera. One Saturday night, around 7 PM, she decided...
The thing is, I was going to say, before moving out, try cleansing the place first, you know what I mean? And the other thing is, not everyone has the benefits or what do you call it? No one has the luxury of being able to move out somewhere.
To charge her phone in the bottom story of a 3-story arcade mall that usually closes its entrance to people around the time she was there. But because she needed to charge her phone so badly, she avoided the mall cops who ensured no one was left in the mall after closing hours. Little did she know, there was much more to worry about than angry security personnel. This is what her camera caught.
I don't know where the sound is coming from, but it sounds like haunting. I can't figure out the direction it's coming from. I think it's up there, but I don't know. It's all closed off up there. But what? It's literally like I'm in the arcade. It's literally shut off. You can't even get up there. What? Feels like I'm being haunted. What are all these sounds?
While she was busy giving herself a grand tour of what the place looked like after hours, she noticed that the top 2 floors were closed off for access by barricade for renovation. But that's not all she noticed, as she began to hear the sound of children laughing and chittering all across the top floors.
I'm in the arcade. It's literally shut off. You can't even get up.
And that wasn't the spookiest part of the video, as she captured what appears to be an apparition on the top floor. Someone, or something, with long hair was stalking her from the top floor and darted out of view right after the camera spanned in their direction. Who or what could that be? Also, how do we explain the disembodied sound of children running around in the empty corridors at stupid o'clock? Real poltergeist activity? Or was she pulling the wool over our eyes? Let us know in the comments section.
Yeah, okay.
Thing is, the kids are not chuntering and things like that. They're actually screaming. So I'm surprised she's not really scared.
A seemingly innocent dance party between father and son takes a creepy turn when a shadow figure appears out of nowhere. Take a look.
Dan, look at Elijah. Go like this. Elijah, hey, like this. Elijah, look at. Hey. Elijah, go like this. Were you dancing to some Green Day?
Who or what is this mysterious shadow figure? The scariest thing is that this kid looked directly at the strange cloaked figure and didn't seem fazed. While that means that it could have been a friend or even a sibling who stood in the right place at the right time, why would a child be wandering around the house in a black cloak?
Star Wars?
And why would there be no interaction at all? It could have been a planned and scripted video, but kids are known to be difficult to manage in videos like this.
Looks like a Jawa.
There's no background information for this video either, so we couldn't do any further research. What's your take on this strange footage? Just the usual kid casually wearing their satanic ritual attire, or what? Let us know your take on this one.
Don't forget, you've got Lord of the Rings, little elven cloaks, can be dressed as Samwise. Star Wars. Come on, people, come on.
You always
I'm
hear
not
the
saying,
creepiest
I'm not saying it is, but why has no one thought, well, it could be a kid with Star Wars robe or something?
and craziest things through the grapevine, which is why Ulysses was raring to go when he was tipped off about a strange house, abandoned for years and barely touched by anyone who lived nearby. While trying to gather intel on the place, he was told by a nearby resident that almost everyone in the community had seen or heard something unexplainable in or around the house. From disappearing couples to ranches inexplicably setting on fire, there's definitely something wrong. The strangest story given by the man, however, was that a family lived there long ago, but they never left and they're not there now. Hoping to catch some bone-chilling content of the spirits of the family, Ulysses headed on down to the front doors when it went dark, but he soon realized that the presence in the home was much darker than he had suspected.
Quem é que está aqui próximo a mim? Se manifeste neste momento. Opa, olha isso, olha isso, olha isso. Vocês viram? Vocês viram, cara? Vocês viram? É obscuro, não é? Vocês viram o jeito que abriu aqui a geladeira, mano? Vocês viram que abriu aqui, ó? Rapaz do céu, que negócio que é esse, mano? Que fita que é essa, cara? Hã? Rapaz do céu. Olha, é uma criança que tá falando, ó. Olha isso. Olha lá, olha lá, olha lá. Olha aquilo, mano. Olha aquilo. Rapaz do céu. Ai, olha isso. Olha isso. Olha isso. Olha aí, ó. Você tá querendo me mostrar algo que te afetava aqui? Olha aqui, olha aqui, olha aqui, olha aqui a quantidade de abelha. A caixa foi destruída, cara, mas você é louco, mano. Olha aqui, ó, olha aqui, ó. Olha isso, ó.
Now, it does seem a bit suspicious that just before the fridge was opened, he snapped the flashlight onto it so it was visible.
Olha lá, olha lá, olha lá, olha aquilo.
And the fact that he had his hand covering the cupboard door opening. But the contents of that cupboard are the scariest thing here. That's grim. But just when he thought the scariest part was over, it all got 10 times worse.
Mas quem é que está aqui? É uma criança que está aqui? Diga algo. Opa, olha aquilo. Olha aquilo. Nossa, velho, que fita foi essa? Que desgrama é aquilo? Olha aqui, parece que tem uma criança falando mesmo, cara. Aham. Qual a sua idade aqui, espírito? Olha isso aqui, ó. Que parada é essa, mano? Esse músico já morreu. Isso aqui fez barulho, hein? Mexeu aqui, ó. Ó como é que tá isso aqui, ó. Mexeu, hein? Isso aqui mexeu, ó. Olha aqui, ó, o outro aparelho. Ó, ó. Dá pra escutar ou não dá? É, ó. Que é isso? Minha nossa, olha isso, mano. Olha isso, cara. Dá uma olhada nisso. Dá uma olhada nisso, cara. Olha aqui, ó, na nossa frente, velho. Olha aqui, ó. É o espelho, cara. Um material de um conduto de alimentação. Aí esse. Opa, 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 opa. Vocês viram aqui? Olha aqui, ó. É espetacular ou não é? Hã? Ó. Opa! Senti um odor forte aqui agora, hein? Eu senti um odor forte aqui agora, hein? Pessoal, estarei subindo lá, vou estar desligando o Spirit Box, correto? Estarei subindo lá para aquele local lá.
When he picks the baby chair up, and we can't see any strings or anything like that. After this, he quite quickly turned on his heel and left. handing the keys back to the guy he spoke to at the beginning. What could have happened there? Do you think this is all the work of a lost family haunting their home? Or could this have all been a bit more orchestrated? Let us know what you think down below.
It is a bit dramatic, isn't it? It's a bit, I don't know, feels like something you see on TV, you know what I mean? Let me know what you think.
Have you watched the latest scary video on our second channel, Sleep is Cancelled? Click here to watch it now, and don't forget to stay in the dark.
Well, there you have it. That was Goose Pimples. That was good, wasn't it? So yes. Yes, Brian. It's very good, yes. Yeah, very good. Let me know your thoughts. Which ones do you think was fake and all that sort of stuff, and how would you, and also how would you go around faking it? That'd be interesting as well. See, and do you find my thought interesting about them being magicians? Because people, I think actually that's not strictly true. There's one rare occasion where they've gone, oh yeah, but this person, I think they went onto their profile and said, yeah, but this person's an amateur magician. But we don't hear it enough. We don't hear it a lot, do we? So, yeah, that's an interesting thought, isn't it? Some of the people faking it could be amateur magicians, but they'll know how to trick of eye and all these little tricks and stuff. So anyway, yeah, let me know in the comments below which ones you thought were scary, which ones you thought were legit, which ones you thought were fake, and also, like I said, how would you fake it? And as always, thank you for taking the time to watch these with me. If you're new to the channel, then please do subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. It will help me out. And from what I've seen, people will subscribe to any kind of crap these days. I'm not saying I'm crap. I'm just saying that people will subscribe to any kind of crap these days. I've seen some really bizarre channels that should put me in therapy. Saying, like, let's just say, empty toilet seat, fat, naked, half naked guy eating baked beans. Ugh. Anyway, and stupid ones that get you to click is, if you click yes or if you donate, I'll put my hand in this crocodile toy with a teeth in it. They don't. It's on the loop. It's a big rip-off as well, scams. But anyway, I'm not going to do that. But the thing is, I'm just saying, if you can go to random videos and go, subscribe, then just subscribe to me. It'll help me out. And unlike other weirdos on YouTube, I am just like a community of other creators who are trying their best to bring you good content and all that sort of stuff, not just do random weird shit that just makes you question humanity. But out of all of that, the most important part of it all is it would be great to have you with us. So until next time, take care and be well.